Hello, guys. Welcome back to my Miss Me podcast. You guys know how much I love from learn from other people and then bring here on my channel to share with you guys. We've been in this journey. We've been in these few years of bring amazing guests to share with you guys a valuable lesson from individual of them. I believe everybody have a story, and behind the story, that's create their success. And today, let's welcome to my amazing guest. Let her introduce herself because her life story was amazing and blow my mind on stage. And I'm very honored to have her today on my show. Welcome, Jasmine. Hi, Jasmine. Thank you to be my guest today. Let's introduce you. Who are you and what you've been doing with my audience?
Hello. Hi, everyone. My name is Jasmine Chan. I'm from Singapore and I am a real estate strategist, now also a real estate mentor and business coach to a group of young and aspiring out real estate agents who wants to come on board and learn how real estate industry can be a business for them. So I have been doing this business for 17 years since the very young age of 21 years old. Yeah, so
Wow.
yeah, I have never been employed before. This is like a business that I start from right after school. Yeah.
Wow. And that's why I love her story. I have mentor as well, and I realize one thing of looking for mentor is someone already done there, walk that path, and important the experience that they have is priceless because like you just say 17 years of doing something is very hard for other people understand that what have you been collecting, the value, the experience that you have. So if you're young, I think definitely you need a mentor that walk through that path very long. The first question today I have for you is if somebody going to watch this video and they still young, how do they start invest in real estate for the beginning? It means they never have any information about that and they want to start it.
Mm. Okay, so the first thing I would say, don't do anything if you don't know anything because you are likely gonna lose your even first pot of gold. So I started to go into real estate industry as a real estate agent because I think that's the first step is I want to learn more about real estate. And
Yeah.
the problem with real estate is that there's no actually a course to teach you what real estate is about. So even if you go Google, like, I want to learn about real estate, but it's very hard to find a program that literally teach you step by step what to do, how to buy it. It's
I
not easy
agree.
to find. Yeah. So I actually went into real estate agency work as a real estate agent with the intention to learn and understand the entire market and industry first. Yeah, and the good thing about Singapore real estate agency is that they provide a lot of free trainings, and these trainings are quite a variety. It ranges from just sales or marketing or even data analysis to understanding the current markets, not only in Singapore but it's also overseas as well. So a lot of information, and from there, as I receive all this information, we will have to contextualize it to pick out what actually works or what I really feel that is actually beneficial for myself, and then we piece them together and to understand and frame up that mindset that how the real estate investment works. And I think the second part of learning is to find mentors along the way who are older than me and also someone who has already walked down this path before. So my personal experience is that I actually had a very close encounter with one of my father's friend who is maybe 20 years older than me, and I see how he actually buy one property and upgrade their own family's property every 3 to 5 years. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, every
That's
3 to 5 years.
impressive.
Yeah, and back then I was only like in my 15 years old, 16 years old, like that, and I was just wondering um what did this uncle do to because his children who is my age, right, they are moving
Yeah.
house every 3 to 5 years. Yeah,
Yeah.
so thinking like, what are they doing? And
What
then
they do it right that I want to know, right?
yes, correct. And then they actually move from a HDB to a condominium to a landed house, and to a stage of their life they were in a bungalow, and then they then slowly even sold the bungalow and then bought two or three condos. So there were quite a variety of things that they have actually invested into through a journey of period of time. And through observing them, and also when I am doing my work as a real estate agent, I get to meet a lot of so-called investors who are buying and selling of properties, and I learn from their experience as well. Yeah. And I think the most beautiful thing is I went around looking at beautiful properties, and then I contextualize my own thoughts then,
Yeah.
and see what are the properties that I would like to go into, that I love to. I want to make this my own, things like that, and create dreams. Yeah, and so I think with all this different aspects pieced together, it helped me to really understand the real estate market, and then of course to plan my own real estate journey through life stage. Yeah, so through like when I'm single, and then I only buy things that meant for singles, and then eventually allows me to sell it to a potential profile. Yeah,
Mm.
so that's how it started. And I think talking to mentors with experience, talking to people who has been there, I think that's the most takeaway that I have. Yeah, that I would say is most the best. Yeah.
And that's one of the reason why I love to bring amazing people to my show, because I realize young people come and ask me like, hey, I want to go to this industry but I don't know how to find mentor. And when I approach to my friend or people around that I have a privilege to talk to, that like we have a connection in the vibe, right? You can feel the essence of the person. You're like, is it they still similar style to do work with? And I realize that it's not easy to find mentor. Do you agree with me? Because when we jump classes to classes, we go so many events, like even you say, like even you Google, you cannot find someone that really can teach you certain stuff that it can relate with you. And that's why the podcast, like my podcast, I want to promote people that it's really, I find they can add value to the next young person, because it's really the need is outside there. So if you guys, one of the youngest in Singapore that watching my podcast right now, and you love the conversation so far, the link is under the description. You can reach out to Jasmine. You can text her. I'm not sure she would respond your text. I think she should. She
She will.
will. Yes, all the information, and then keep in touch with her. I'm sure she can help you with some tip and more, and maybe she will be your future mentor. We never know, right? Because for me the same, I will just approach everybody one at a time, and when is the right time come and you ready and your mentor ready, I think the exchange will starting, right? So that's what I want to come to the next question. Most people now, young people, they want to learn about investment, and you are start very very young, right? How to self educate, or what approach they can reaching out to learn about financial education? Because when you go to real estate or anything that big purchase, I think education is very very important, and start learn from young is good, but not everybody born from family that can teach them that. So how to start to learn about that?
Okay, so I think yes, real estate is actually the biggest item that everybody will buy in your life.
Yes, yes.
Yes, also it's very important that we manage our own finances first.
Yeah.
We know how to do our own financial calculations, and when we decide what to buy, I think the most important part is to know you're buying it for a specific needs. Like you're buying
Mm.
it for yourself because you need it now. So in case later on when the market is not doing very well, and your property it's not exactly performing the best that you expected, but you are actually using it. So there is a real need for what you are actually purchasing, and that's very important. So before we go into that, financial calculation for yourself, that's the number one. And also to take care of your own personal credits. Yeah, credits we are talking about, because I think nowadays a lot of young people, you tend to take credit cards from the banks. And
Mm.
when we are young, right, there are many, it's very easy to forget to pay the credit cards on time, like every
Yeah.
month. Yeah, you pass by a few days or sometimes a few weeks. And there are even like some of them, because there's some late interest and stuff like that. Some of them like get angry with the bank and don't want to pay the credit card. And
Yeah.
that little small things that we forgot or we didn't want to do will actually have a bad credit on the name, on your name. And
Yeah.
this in return actually will cause a very big credit bureau records onto your name that will affect in the futures home loans that you want to, when you want to buy a house, that's the biggest
Yeah.
loan that you'll likely be taking in your life. And
Yeah.
that bank will look at your credit records. Yeah. And so if you want to be a real estate investor, the number one thing is to plan out your credit properly. Make sure that you have any small little loan, whether it's a car loan or whether it's a credit card loan, to just repay them on time. It is okay to take credits, it's okay to take loans. It is, in fact, we strongly encourage leverage on property investing.
Yeah.
Just remember to pay on time, because it is the behavior that the bank is looking for. It is not how much money that you owe or how much debt you have. It is
Yeah.
the behavior of repayment. Yeah, I think this
Yeah.
one is very important to plan out. Yeah. Then then moving forward would be in terms of education, I think it's hard to really find one place where you can learn everything.
Yeah.
um I think the best thing is to surround yourself with very positive and like-minded people, and people who supports your idea. Yeah. So getting into community of maybe online forums, investors, or listen to podcasts like from Nile. You can actually learn from other people experiences. From there, you get to formulate your own contacts, and to understand what do you want to achieve in your real estate investment journey, and how you can potentially walk down this path, because every single one person would have a very different mindset and different direction in life, yeah, in terms of investing. And there are also many strategies, yeah. So I maybe just want to touch on like three different kinds. Investors, we can actually look at things like capital gain, rental yield, or cash flow. So, and these each of these strategy are meant for different age group. Yeah, so it really depends on what age are you right now, and what do you want to achieve from this real estate investing. And that's why after 17 years in real estate, I am helping a lot of Singaporeans or even foreigners, right, to start investing. Of course, my market is more based in Singapore, but we do have some overseas market, which we also work very closely with the locals. So so the understanding the strategies that you want to take in this real estate investment approach is very important. So having a strategies with you, and we will listen to what you want to achieve in life, how you want to, how much profit, or what do you want to achieve through this journey. Then we customize a investment plan. Yeah, then we actually look at this whole plan from a top down approach on a piece of paper first. You understand exactly what you're doing before we execute the plan. Yeah, so it's very much well planned, and you will most likely will not deter too far away from what is being discussed between the investor and the strategist. Yeah, yeah,
Well,
we can.
that's a very amazing tip, and I agree with you on the part you're talking about. How do you plan for the credit card? Because I think early stage when I was start the property journey as well, I realized one thing that, oh my god, I didn't know anything about credit card because I come from Vietnam, right? In my country, people don't use credit card much because we cannot afford that. But when I moved all the way to Singapore, I feel I'm start all the way like a baby. Like I have to learn everything, how important was that. And it's true, nobody is going to break down and explain to you what exactly how credit card work. You have to like self-learning, self investing. And back then you don't have chat gpt to ask right now. Like now you really can talk to chat gpt and learn everything. They give you detail one by one, and it be patient. But even that information online is not enough, because you have to meet real people, because they will like when you have a real situation, this mentoringship will help you to hear a lot of perspective of,
Mm,
oh okay, I didn't know that's even as it. What are you looking for even young people, for even middle-aged people, or whatever that want to start a real estate journey, that looking for mentor? What the most important thing in value for you to looking from the person, so you will support them? Because this is how I believe we cannot help everybody. I will have a lot of people outside there may match them, that sometimes I decide to, no, I don't think I can coach you. But you know what? I have a friend that I think will be suit with you, for example. So how about your value in life that
mm,
you stick with? It's been support you for your success, and at the same time you looking for the same trait from people outside there for
mm.
you to work with.
Mm, okay, so I work with two groups of people. One would be people who are interested to start their own personal real estate investment journey, or even just to own their first property or to venture into their second property. And that I work very closely with them by understanding the needs and customizing a plan for them through a very in-depth discussion. And once they are able to fulfill the various requirement in terms of the ownership of the property, we can then execute the plan together with the investor. So that's the first group of people. Second group of people would be as a real estate mentor and business coach, it will be for people who wants to venture into real estate industry, to run this real estate business for yourself. So in Singapore, we call them real estate agents or real estate strategists. So, and my team, we actually brand ourselves as asset progression strategists. Yeah, and this word asset progression means we help individuals upgrade your current property to different kinds of property at a different stage of your life. Yeah, and there's actually a cycle, a life cycle that every one of us go through. And this real estate mentoring, I would say, I'm looking for very much someone who is very driven and very passionate about real estate. And the person must want to actually help other people by customizing plans for them that really suits them. And you're not in real estate just because you want to make the most amount of commission out of somebody. Yeah, because there are a lot of salespeople who sells any product that gives them very high commission, but sometimes these recommended products are not so suitable for the customer, and they themselves as a salesperson may not even know, or not may not be even be coached on how to introduce the right product to the customers or to the investors or owners. Yeah, so I think yeah, I will then interview and have an understanding what kind of approach that they want to achieve for themselves in this business. And I strongly believe with a very good foundation of being able to customize the investment plans with them, and then when they actually propose the correct kind of properties to the customers, they will still be able to actually build a consistent following. And this business is much more sustainable because we get a lot of referrals into the business as well. Yeah, so once you actually like example, I still remember there was a case where there is a property that the client wants to buy, and the commission is really like, I think, 2 or 3% commission. But I feel that it's not suitable for him, and I told him that I think we want to explore a little bit more, because I feel that this is not exactly what you are looking for, even though it somewhat you like the property. Yeah, but
Yeah,
I don't really push through just because I want to close a deal. Yeah,
yeah,
I wanted to give my very best opinion as a mentor, as a strategist there, that I personally feel that we should explore a little bit more. Yeah. So in the end, yes, we explored further, and then they bought something cheaper that is a little bit more affordable. I only get maybe like more than half, or more than half lesser of the commission, but then I feel that they are more happy, and I feel that at the end of the journey, the property that they choose is will follow them for a very long time, and I do not want them to take a too high risk into buying something that they are not able to afford in the long run. Yeah, or even though, like, when they take a very high loan, it looks like they can afford, but then I just want to make them feel like it's you have to think twice and do a bit more calculations. Yeah. Yeah, so
Wow.
I think that's something that I'm very, very determined and very passionate about, to customize it, and must really come from the heart. Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what I want to ask the next question, because I was like, when I'm going to jump in and ask her the story, because her story is amazing and I want everybody to know. Because very hard to find people that work come from heart. I'm not talking about people not good. Here we're very good. We can calculation, we can book number, we can, everything is make sense when you use logical, because it's easy to do calculation, and yeah, it's a number, makes sense, let's buy it. But I think human emotional intelligence is one of the hardest skill that everybody have to master, especially in the sell industry. You agree? Because everything, yeah, can be make sense, but if we close eye and we just want commission, we want money, we may make a lot of people have to suffer in the way in the long run, because they don't know what they don't know. We know what we know because we have certain experience of investing, of dealing with finance, and because they don't know, that's why when they come to you, they seek for professional support. And then if we choose money over support, that even we shut up, they don't know, right? And I think that's a very, very important. The same message that you just shared is the same thing I repeat to all my people that I support. I like, look, be who you are and you will sell. Don't try to be someone else. Don't forget where you come from. Don't forget your value. Don't forget, for the first time you come to me, you remember, you tell me you want to help other people who like you, like a single mom who are broke, who are poor, who are suffer from family that somebody in the house sick and all that, you need to find finance to take care of them. So don't forget all that, because that's why you start this journey. And that's come back with the the sharing you just share, come from heart. By the way, you guys, this beautiful lady you guys see right here, she is a beautiful mom, right? I know I'm not allowed to say that because women we sometimes sensitive, but when I heard that she have two beautiful kids and she is still like a
Three.
tree, and she's still beautifully glooming on the stage, I'm like, what the hell? What am I doing? I need to do better, doesn't mean we compete with each other, guys. It's just like motivate. She motivate me to like, okay, few years from now, I want to be like that on stage, proudly say how many kids I have and still look gorgeous and still go make money. Let's go back to that, because I'm every woman who's strong behind they are have a story that make them no choice, right? And your story will blow my mind. Before we start this podcast, guy, I've been telling Jasmine that I like, oh my God, your story is so bold that I love it. I don't know why, but I love it. I love bold people because I'm myself bold. So I'm like, it's so rare to can hear that kind of story in Singapore. So yes, let's go there. Let's go to the history of why this hero woman, and you guys can see by now, she very, very confident. And this confidence I call it come from conviction. It's not fake it until you make it. If she really make it, and this is what I believe. Some people, you just talk but you don't know what you're talking, but some people they talk very little but you feel the firmness in them. And that's why I said this is kind of mentor you need to looking for. This is a kind of amazing mentoring. Don't talk about gender, male female, I don't believe in that, but if you click with her up to this point, the link is under the description. because this is what you need in the market of every product. When you find someone that quality product, quality person, it's time for you to seek out to meet them. So yes, Jasmine, give back to you. Where did the story start?
Okay, so yeah, so just now we were talking about I started at 21, and so I was doing my thing as a salesperson till about 31, and I got married. I got to know my husband from the real estate industry, who is also with me in this business. So I went on to have three kids in 3 years. So it's one, two, three, like 1 year each, and and I'm a very strong believer that if I want to become a mother, I don't want to outsource my motherhood. So I
Yeah,
actually decided to not have any helper, because I know in Singapore when we actually hire a helper, right,
yeah,
everything you will sort of like throw to the helper. Yeah. So
yeah,
I both me and my husband, we decided that no, we are not going to have one. So we will balance our life, and we will go through this together. So I actually bring the baby in the baby carrier, and
yeah.
I went out to continue my work, meeting customers for presentation, like sitting down
Mm,
with the customer for 1.5 hours to listen to their needs, with the baby beside me,
mm, mm,
and even go for viewings on an everyday basis. I did that for about 3.5 to 4 years,
yeah.
and I have three kids. So the first two, when I have the first one, I put it in the carrier. I was still
Mm,
breastfeeding for about 1 year. About 6 months into it, I was pregnant with the other one. So I am like pregnant with one baby and breastfeeding and working. So back then, if it was one of my customer who meet up with me, they will feel like this is a very hardworking mommy who brings the baby everywhere. Yeah, and every day. Yeah, it's literally every day. I did not stop my business as well, because I feel that I'm very committed to my customers. And I mainly do referral customers, which who are referred to me through other happy customers. And so I do not want to give up on this business as well. So I marry them both, the business and the babies.
yeah,
So this entire business structure was restructured to fit the babies in when about 4 to 5 years ago, I started real estate mentoring. So I started to train um, agents who wants to become like me, who wants to learn the skill sets of customizing plans with their customers. So I train them one on one. So mainly is also for to help me to also take care of my customers. So I actually meet my customer first, and understand the needs and sign an appointment, and then after which I will work very closely through a collaboration model with our agents, because in Singapore, real estate agents are self-employed, so they are literally running their own business. Yeah, so we
yes,
are all working together like collaboration mode. Yeah, so we will collaborate, and then we will work together. I will take care of the understanding of presentation and meet customer needs, and they will help to go for appointments. Yeah, and with this, I I focus on training and mentoring so that they are very well trained, and hopefully not so many complaints from the customer. Yeah, and then slowly, one by one, over about 4 years, I've trained about 170 over people,
wow,
one to one. Yeah, and out of this group of people, a very good about 60%. Surprisingly, because usually like will attract like, and so
yeah,
there's a lot of mummies who got to know my story, and then they feel that real estate is something that works for a mom, because it's flexible hours, and you can choose when you want to work or not. And most of our customers are also homeowners who have families as well, so they are
yeah,
not so particular about you bringing a child, or yeah, and things like that. It's just a little bit more understanding on that. And they decided to explore real estate business for themselves as a mom. And then yeah, and then there are more and more ladies who come on board who wants to learn from me how they can actually make real estate business a business for them, to balance the babies, the children, and having a business. And this business can be sustainable to give them a consistent income so that they can actually have a good life for the family as well. Yeah. So yeah, about good 70-60% are ladies right now. And out of these ladies, I have helped a very special group of people who is a lot of them are single moms. Yeah.
Yeah.
So single moms, they are both daddies and mommies at the same time.
Yeah.
Then they have to work and they have to take care of the child. There's a lot of support that they need actually. Yeah. So
Yeah. I'm single mom, so I agree. Very tough.
yes, and then sometimes like 8 to 5 job doesn't seem to actually be able to
Yeah.
fit into how the baby's gonna be in
It
the
is.
whole formula. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's very hard. So with that, right? Yeah. So I actually customize business plans with this very much like depends on what they need. I customize it with them, and because of the experience that I have in real estate business, I'm able to give them the correct advice and to do specific task that leads them directly to where they want to go. Yeah, and so you don't have to waste too much time banging walls, doing the wrong things, or even bursting the deals. They can actually get on the job and learn and execute and close deals very fast. Yeah, and this is something that I'm very committed, and whatever that I'm doing right now is 100% free for them, and I do not charge anything. It's all because I wanted to help. I have built a sustainable business for myself. I wanted to help more people who's able to build a sustainable business in real estate for them and their family as well. And I'm just doing it one by one. Yeah, and it's still ongoing. So every day, Monday to Friday, I am meeting every some of the agents who needs to meet up with me on one to one to understand their business plans, and giving them step by step guide on what to do, what they need to do. And I also give them homework. They go home, they do, and then they come back to me on a second time. Yeah. So this is what I do on an everyday basis right now as a real estate mentor. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, when you guys watching this video, it's at Friday afternoon, but you guys need to know that we actually recorded this at 7:30 a.m. in the morning. And it's 7:30 a.m. in the morning doesn't mean we exactly wake up at 7:30. And this is what I always mention in my channel. Successful people work very hard. You just don't see it, but they work very hard. Even the success, they still working, not because of the money, because we love what we're doing. So we love to continue do what we're doing. I'm sure this mom wake up at 5 a.m. So do I. And this is what I want to highlight in every channel that I doing. What you see online may not 100% true. Why? Because you cannot be with the person 24/7 to really know behind the scene that how their life would be. And that's why sometimes I ask my friend to share their story. They were like, it's normal, but it's not true. When Jasmine shared her story, I was inspired because I was the same. I would carry the baby in front of me, walk around Singapore, do viewing, and start my journey of a mom, single mom in Singapore. So exactly what she said is true. You have to make a lot of discipline and sacrificing a lot of tear a lot. And can you imagine, you carry the baby in front, you carry the pack behind, because you need to carry diaper, wipe, water, and stuff for the baby in case you need to change, and then you have to find changing room, and then the baby going to hungry, you need to cover for breastfeeding, or if not breastfeeding, you need to find the place for hot water. She's just too nice. She just share very little of the story, but the fact is more than that. And then you have that baby plus the bum of the baby inside, and then the backpack. So yes, it's not. I'm not saying that Singaporean mom is the most difficult life in the world, but I'm just saying it's actually also have a different kind, the set of struggling that a lot of people don't bring to public, and I want to highlight that. Like people connect with each other. I agree with you, and I would love to have more mom that looking for support, mentor, teaching, guidance, and amazing heart like Jasmine to support you. And 100 plus people, I think it's more than enough qualified for a good mentor. Right? People won't come to you if you don't deliver something. How was that be a mom change you as a businesswoman?
Okay. So I have like recently I have a lot of people will come to me and ask what's the difference between a man taking lead and a woman taking lead, and I I feel that what I have personally give is, and also when I built this community of asset progression strategies, is that as a woman leadership, um, we think for everybody else first,
Yeah.
than ourselves. But for male leadership, usually they will think for themselves first before they take care of other people, and that's the nature of a woman. That we, as a mother and also as a woman, we want to take care of our children, our family, our husbands, our community of people first, then ourselves. Yeah, and so everybody gets taken care under this kind of leadership umbrella, and then it becomes very sustainable as the community grows, as this culture grows. It's a very positive growth, and everybody move forward together. And this is something that I visualize. And just 4 years ago, I was just one person. Nobody
Mm.
is, in my team. And then uh, 4 years later, today, with this belief, a very very strong belief that I give first, I will
Yeah.
mentor first. I will make you become like me. I will put in my effort and invest my time in you first. And that belief that I have in the people who comes to me has actually bloomed. And yeah, and today I'm very, very proud to say I have single mommies who are making $250,000, $300,000 in a few months. I have got um, like even young people, 20 plus years old, 30 plus years old, no experience in real estate industry. Within 4 months they can make a few hundred thousand. They bought their first BMW from the business. And after they learn, it's hard to unlearn, so they will,
Yes.
skill set follows them for life. And it is, if life is actually a life skill to be able to learn real estate. Yeah, it's a life
Yes.
skill, literally follows. Yeah, so I
I
think
I
very
I
beautiful.
agree with you. Selling something expensive, if you can do it, it means you're already very, very good. And you only can be better. You cannot be less because you already can able to. It's hard to sell a like a lipstick already hard to sell, and now you can sell a $1 million house. Is a different story. Uh, how important in your view of self development and self improve contribute to the success in the business in your industry, especially with collaboration skill, right? Or like work together as a team. How important would that?
Very, very important. So learning should never stop. No matter what we do, no matter what business. Yeah. And this this fire and this drive and desire inside you to want to continuously learn new things and upgrade our own skill set. I think that's very important. The need and the want. Yeah. And that one, I think, in and every individual, we have to have that. I want to achieve, and I want to learn. I want to continuously learn. It has to be present. Then from there, when you meet somebody or anybody in our around us, right, around you, can actually be your mentor, because you will actually learn from everybody you meet,
Yes.
whether small things or little things or big things or knowledge, and through experiences or even matters that happen in your life. And sometimes sometimes our life are ups and downs, right? And you to be honest, like now when I think back 4 5 years ago, when I carried the baby under the hot sun and all this, is it hard or not? I would say yes. At that point of time, it feels like very hard. And there are people who ask me, why don't you just give up and hire a helper,
Yeah.
yeah. But then
People talk into you to how to live your life. Yeah. I get
yeah, and it wasn't like I couldn't afford it. It wasn't that. It was more of,
yes,
I
yes,
just
of
don't
course.
want to outsource motherhood. Yeah, I just want to be
Yeah.
with my baby. Yeah.
Yes.
So and then now fast forward and I think back, I think whatever that has happened, it actually created the me today.
Mm.
And this all these little things that I have done over the years um, has actually, you know, made me who I am. And this success today in Jasmine Chan is contributed because of all the things that has happened. And these things are not just good things, but there are also hardship. There's also complications. There are also matters that experiences. Yeah, and this is very, 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 very important. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I want to share a little bit because Jasmine mentioned about people come to you and say why you don't give up, why you don't raise a kid like this, why you don't have this, then your life will be less difficult. I face the same thing, and I will be tell you that please continue with what you're doing. Don't have to. We don't want to be everybody else because we want to be different because we are different. And when I face that, right, the first thing is a mom guilt that I have when people give me the same feedback. Why you don't just hire a helper and let Eva at home? Why you carry her and carry baby everywhere? Look at how sweat she is. Look at how hot she is. Why you torturing her? Like people say that word to me. And as a mom, when I hear that, I feel bad, right? But the next day I would do the same. I just wear less stuff for her to feel cooling. And I remember to the day, I don't know, somehow in the middle of lunch, I eat the sweet potato at the same time as breastfeed her and viewing house. I'm not a property agent back then. I'm learning, but I'm not intend to take because I want to focus on like just investing property. And I have my business partner back then. They in office doing work and I'm do the viewing, right? So we teamwork. We very teamwork. And now we make successful our business as well. But that's first 3 years is no joke, right? Like we all have to know our role and we have to collaboration well and we know exactly what you good, what you good, what you good, and what I good, and then we do together. And one day I tell myself, why I want Eva to be a normal kid. She have to witness because when I grow up, everybody around me, even my parent, my mom left me when I 5, so I didn't hear what she said. But my dad, my uncle, my auntie, everybody will come to me like, "Do you know how hard we work? Do you know how hard we work? Do you know how hard your dad work? You cannot blame if he don't around you. You cannot sit here and cry because you don't see your parent." And I hate that feeling that growing up, I tell myself, I swear if I work hard, my daughter need to see it. Because I cannot blame her if she don't see how hard I work. It's I have to blame myself because I let her to have a good life, so she cannot witness what she have to witness. And then I blame her for being ungrateful because I teach her to be ungrateful, right? And then up to now, she still follow me and I'm proudly to say, this is my personal story, but I proudly to say, at the age of 2 to now, she go with me every house to viewing. Now I go any house of that we are managing. She was like, "Oh, mommy, you go viewing, I go swimming pool." She can go swimming pool play by herself. She can go playground play by herself. She can go buy vending machine to buy drink by herself. Sit down in the swimming pool and wait. Are you done, mommy? Okay, let's go. And she don't feel awkward to share with people that her mom is entrepreneur. She fly with me to trip. She see me in Zoom meeting with my team. Sometimes she running when in the middle of my company meeting, few hundred people. She saw me do live stream. She go to my meeting and all my top leader, manager, CEO treat her like a little sister. And just yesterday night, my team will really sit down with her, do her PowerPoint slide, so she can present today about the trip to Vietnam that she do charity at the age of 7. And I never feel that proud last night where I pretend I didn't hear anything because sometimes leader we have to step back to observe how was the kid learning, because when I'm say something it's different, but when somebody say something about her mom it's everything, right? And she was tell my team leader, "Hey, don't tell me what to do. I will tell you, take this photo, please. Don't write the script. I will write by myself. I can type." And she typed her own script and she chose her own PowerPoint. Why I'm sharing this? Because I feel as a mom, as a leader, I embrace her to be a leader. I think the world need more good leader. I think the world need more people that can guide the children to be a leader. You can don't have that in your parent, but if you have it, is a blessing, and I feel blessed. And now I look back, all the difficulty, all the sweat, all the tear, all the like the baby cannot talk. And oh my God, am I raising my child right? Maybe I'm wrong. She don't have weekend, kindergarten time. She also have to follow me, go view house. I'm like, what am I doing with my child? Because she don't have normal weekend. She don't have weekend like other kids. She don't have a weekend of go to playground, play with a lot of friends. The mom sit the beside and let her play. She don't. She actually go work with me on weekend for her childhood. And even in COVID, she stick with me all the time. I have a helper, but my helper job is not to take care of her. My helper job is just to clean house, to cook for me, and to do the job that I cannot do because I need to take care of her and the business. That's it. From day one, I'm very clear. I said, Maya, your job is not to play with Eva. I will do it. I will take care of my business. Your job is do the job that I cannot do because I need to take care of her, right? And I will tell you that it's actually you are amazing to stick with determination with your choice, because one day the kid will be different. I think the last time I hear Eva say it is like maybe last month. She will come back home from school and she say, "Mommy, the teacher asked what you're doing," and everybody say something. And when I say my mom is entrepreneur, everybody ask me what is entrepreneur, and I explain to them, and I feel so proud that I can say that. And when I tell people that you have silver button, nobody believe mommy, but it's okay. I know you are famous and YouTuber, and it is so cute when you see the proud from your child that recognize your hard work in a different way. And it's so unique, it's so unique because I cannot share this story with other mom because they may don't understand. Oh, what are you talking? Like, how do you raise your kids? So I will always embrace every mom to raise the kid on their way. And I love your story, really. I mean it. You really make me feel like, oh, I'm not lonely. I'm not the most crazy person. Somebody else as crazy as me and still blooming and smiling and amazing, continue contribute to the
Yeah.
world like you. So the
My
drive that you have. Yes.
my kid is 7, same like yours, starting primary
Yeah.
one this year,
Yeah. Yeah.
and she can sell a house. She can show the
Right.
house. Yeah.
Yes.
And
Because
I
they life memory is core memoy for their childhood. That's all they remember. That's all they
yeah,
remember. When
yeah.
I go out, people say, what, your children, like you let them touch live stream and all this young? I say, yeah. I say, you don't scare people kidnapping and all that. I like, what I scared the most, that I cannot teach her, and then she will do it in a dark room and some stranger will take advantage from her because her mom too busy that working and don't teach her all this. I'd rather bring her to the spotlight, give her a choice to make. Did you want it? You don't want it? I'm lucky that my daughter love it. She love go camera, she love like be like showing up, which is good. I think practice leadership skill is important, especially in the future. If you want to, like you just say, selling is one of lifetime skill that you have to learn, that you have to invest in yourself. So it's
Something.
really, yeah.
Yeah, I just want to share a little bit on because after so as a mom, right, I wanted to make sure that I have my time all customized and catered for the kids, and so
Me too.
I have just set up a bespoke education which is actually focused on financial education for women and children. And last week at the Her Courage Leader Summit, I
Yeah.
signed an MOU with Her Courage Class Living that we are committed to having programs
Yeah.
to educate women and children on
Yeah.
financial education. Things like even understanding what kind of financial things that you need to understand from a different stage of your life, and
Yeah.
involving the children, like very simplified ways of letting them understand financial. That's very important because I think from for history of time, like not many people actually teach, or you can't really learn. And if the
Yes.
parents are not educated, right, they cannot teach
No.
the children. Yeah.
Mm.
So this is something I find that is really lacking, and I would like to really bring it across. Yeah. And little programs like what I have already been doing for my own
Yep.
child is that we actually do farmers markets. I actually give, I am the investor. I give my kids like a little small pot of investment, and then they go to the market, they buy fruits, vegetables, and they choose what they want to buy, and then they sell it at farmers market. And then we bring a community of our real estate agents, our mummies, and the little kids, and they come together. They actually do branding, marketing, selling, and packing them,
So
and
cute.
sell them. Yeah, and they learn entrepreneurship from very very
Yes.
small little things. Yeah, very small
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
Oh, I would love to let Eva join that as well. I
Yes,
want to. I
this
want
is
Eva to join that as well. That is
the
so fun.
beginning, and we are working on this project. So I think
Yeah.
in the upcoming holidays, we should be able to see that rolling out soon.
Yes, and Guy, all the information that Jasmine just shared, the link is under the description below. I'm sure you blow your mind by now. Her story. I know when she on stage, I was like, oh my god, this fire woman. She make me feel like I need to work harder. It's and I love it. I love when strong people together because we not challenge each other, but we support each other. We understand our struggling. I'm sure her smiling like this, but many nights should be crying. Me too. I'm sure with this smile, but it's many times that we're struggling how to structure our business, our life, and how to make everything work for us. Because as an entrepreneur, to be honest, I'm lazy. I don't know how about her. I'm lazy. So that's because I'm lazy. I always think how to make this easy because it's too complicated. It's very hard. I want to make money as fast, but less time, and I have time for my children. But not the illegal way. I want to do it proper. I'm sure we have the way. And if you ask that kind of question, you sure somehow with five people come to give you because people were like, yeah, you like me, I need more time for my family and so on and so forth. I would love to have longer conversation with you. Oh my god, we should have more of this. This is so fun to have amazing person on the podcast, and the conversation can be ongoing forever. One last question that I would love to ask you, what is the plan in the future you have for your business? Do you see if like in 2024 young people still can enter your industry, it still have room for it? And what is the last advice you give for my young people that watching my video of encouraging them to start their own business in this busy time of the world right now?
Yeah, so I would say because I'm in Singapore, so Singapore market for real estate is an evergreen.
Mm,
We don't have a lot of land, and so property still has a very high demand, and the value actually, it's holding its value as well as the capital gains. So that's why you also see a lot of international buyers come in and they try to ride the market. Yeah, of course, being if we ourselves is staying in Singapore and then owning our own property while taking care of our own roof, choosing the correct property to hold while riding that market is actually a strategy as well, even if it is your own home. Yeah. And so there's definitely there's still room for young people to come in. I encourage everyone to start entrepreneurship as early as possible. Like I started at 21, and that's the legal age for real estate business. Yeah,
yeah.
and I have also witnessed different people having like mid career change from another job to come into this business, or even a retirement job, or like having real estate as a retirement business. It's also an ideal business. So I think it's no time is actually not. I mean, every day is a good time for them to enter into the business. I think the as early as possible, and right on networking, and also try to get around a community of supportive mentors. Yeah, people who really supports you and understand and wants to help you, because not everybody wants everyone to be successful, but and if you find someone who wants you to be successful, then stick true and be able to learn from there. Yeah, and take one baby step at a time, because every decision that we make in our life, it will eventually lead us to another stage. And sometimes we don't have to think too much because everything else is already planned out. It's just that we don't know. We just have to
Mm,
take one step at a time, and then eventually it will iron it out, yeah, on its own. Yeah. And yeah, so this I think it's good to come in. And I think for other than real estate, I believe entrepreneurship is something, it's not for everybody. But you really have to take calculated risk in terms of making decisions in life. There will definitely be sacrifices, but I would say sacrifices is the beginning of all entrepreneurship. But
yes.
the amount of time management and the amount of satisfaction that you will receive at the mid or towards the end of the journey, you will realize that it is definitely worth it. um,
Yeah.
with all the sacrifice, yeah. So yeah, it is something that that is worth the time venturing into entrepreneurship. Yeah, especially women, I think. um yeah, like I mentioned, right, women leadership is really different because we take
Yeah.
care of everybody else than ourselves. So I think this
Yeah.
what this idea and this nature of women, I think, really helps to take care and make sure that everybody is successful. So
Yes.
yeah.
I'm
And
still amazed how can we do it. I mean, I still don't know how we manage to do that. How can we take care of everybody before that and we still fine?
yeah, we're still fine, yes.
We still
Yeah,
can wake up the next day and like, oh, another day. Okay, let's get back to my duty again. Right. Jasmine, it was amazing to have you on my show. I would love to say this from bottom of my heart. It's very rare, really. It's really, really rare. I was sit in be in the back because I was waiting for your speed, and it's really for the like for a while, in the COVID period and everything. After I'm doing this for so long, I was a little bit less motivated because I feel lonely on the journey. I go to the event and Women Courage is submit, and it get me back a lot of motivate, and it get me back a lot of fire. I think this is amazing thing about when women come together and we exchange energy, we exchange idea, we exchange the leadership role of tap in our shoulder and take care one of each other. And thanks to give me that energy after the event, I feel more motivated to bring more people on my podcast again. And I feel more motivated to continue this again. I will see you around. Of course, we have to, because I would love to learn more from you. I wish you health, of course. We need health to take care of everything we do. Continue be awesome mentor that you've been doing. And I have to acknowledge that what you've been doing is change a lot of people's life, so please don't stop it. Even we busy as a mom, but the world need us as well. And thank you for being my guest today. Thank you for being amazing guest and give my audience amazing valuable lesson through your sharing. I'm Actually, she didn't share the full story of her life, but if you love to hear more, the link is under the description. Reach out to her, hear her whole life story from 18 years old. All that story is wise, I love it. Or maybe request her and I will do another episode. But thank you so much to be my
we on
guest
the
today.
real estate investment journey, that portion we didn't talk
Yeah.
about it today.
Yes. We should do another episode about that, I think. Yeah, because that was chef's kiss. I will have said chef's kiss because that's actually a true success story. Thank you so much to be my guest today. And thank you, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe my channel. And I will see you again in the next episode with another guest. Bye. Thank you for continue support my Missy podcast. And don't forget to